In this video, I'm going to go over how to draw supply and demand zones for beginners. I'm going to show you how easy it is and what to look for and not to overcomplicate supply and demand. I know there's a lot of people out there teaching it and some people make it very confusing. I'm going to show you the quick and easy way of drawing them, and they work pretty well. So as long as you draw them correctly. So let's jump right into this video. But first, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you guys trade supply and demand zones. And then also make sure you check out Financial Juice and Tick Strike. There are links down below. They're great information for real-time news and then also market order flow for S&P futures, NASDAQ, all that stuff. So with that being said, let's jump right into this video, and here we go. So how do we draw supply and demand zones? Well, right now we're on the 5-minute chart. We're going to draw these supply and demand zones for intraday. Okay, the market just opened, and one of the things is I go, hey, I want to find levels that I could be a buyer or seller depending on what the markets can do. Because right now, if you think about it, we're right in the middle of a trend, right? We actually have a high, a low. We're in a downtrend, but we're just kind of chopping around, right? So it's essentially if you took a big kind of high to low, right? And then drew a line right in the middle of it, we're right around this level. So we're not at one extreme or the other. Now, with that being said, let's actually take this and let's get rid of these. And the things you're going to want to look for when you draw these zones are two things. Also, I do have a video course. There's a link down below where I go really in depth. It's an 8-hour video course on price action, supply and demand zones, how to draw them. I really get into the nitty gritty of it, why you do certain things. But here's one way to draw them. We have a high here, a low here. If we actually just kind of come up to the high, we'll grab our rectangle. And I want to look for the highest candle, okay? That entire candle is going to be one of my supply and demand zones. And so I come over here, extend it for a year, whatever, just give me plenty of room. And then I come in, I zoom down here. I'm going to take this candle. It's the very last candle that made the low, right? Do the same thing, go expand this. This one I'll do a month. You could do either or and then zoom out. And now we actually have our supply and demand zones. We actually have levels that we could trade against. Now, things that we want to look for that really make these supply and demand zones really more accurate, right, or more worthy of trading is we want to see a break of structure. We see we're in a downtrend here. And then what happens is price breaks right here. There's a break of structure, okay, from making lower highs, kind of broke that high, and we kept going higher. Now, one thing is we've never come back to retest this zone. So that's a very strong zone. Same thing up here, right? We could say, hey, this was kind of our very last line in the sand is we're making higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? Because it's a reversal candle, waterfall. I teach all this in my course. And then we break to the upside. Well, guess what? We actually have a lot of selling that breaks through a rally back, but we didn't even get back up into this zone yet. So if we come back, maybe later on today, tomorrow, whenever, I would look to short this for the very first thing. Just like down here, I would look to be a buyer of this very first zone. So hopefully that kind of gives you a quick beginner's guide of how to draw supply and demand zones. Don't make them harder than they need to. I will make a video of what constitutes a high probability trade zone and a low probability trade zone that actually will or will not work potentially. So there are certain patterns we want to look for, but keep an eye out for that. And until next time, we'll talk to you soon. And don't forget about Financial Juice. Great service. I use them for all my news, and also Tick Strike for the momentum of, or you can also use it as the capitulation of a move, right? Via market flow through sounds. It's pretty cool. Links are down below. And don't forget to check out my course. One-time payment, $100. That's it. $99. That's it. And till next time, we'll talk to you soon.